What's up? I'm Jacob Hager and I'm going to show you 5 accessories to consider for your motorcycle. These are 5 accessories that I've purchased in the last year. This is my first bike. These are 5 accessories that I absolutely love. I use every single day and I thought I would share it with you. Most of these have some type of safety benefit to them. It's kind of what we're going to theme this video as. So the first one I haven't actually used yet. This is a part that a company had sent out to me last year. They sent it out like late fall, early winter, and the weather was just horrible, so I never actually got a chance to install it. This is sent over from T-Rex Racing. All of their links will be in the description, so go check them out. Sent me a shirt. Let's just see what the shirt is so you can see their logo. This is their shirt right here. It says T-Rex Racing on the back. It's got the little Evolution. Sweet shirt, by the way. Thank you, guys. Also, some of these are going to be kind of specific to this type of bike. So this is the Radiator Guard. Comes with all the hardware that you need to mount it right here, some little spacers, basically to block any type of like rocks, stuff like that, anything from hitting your radiator. You can get these really cheap. This one says T-Rex Racing on it. These are real nice to have. Just protect your radiator. This is real easy, just bolts on, 4 bolts here, and then you're good to go. I would recommend this to anybody, especially if you're gonna ride on like gravel roads at all for any period of time. These are just nice to have. These are real cheap and probably one of the first parts that you should upgrade on your bike or parts that you should add to your bike. Alright, so the next 2 accessories we're going to talk about are ones that attach to the helmet. This will work for most helmets. Probably all helmets will have these options. This is my helmet now. I'm going to switch to a bell soon, mainly because this one matches my bike and I'm getting a new bike. And there's no like decent spot to mount a GoPro to the chin here. Anyways, the first accessory I want to talk about is a tinted visor. These are a must if you are riding. These are just a must in general. For a while I rode with sunglasses underneath this one until I got this. You can also get like a transition lens. Within like a minute or so they change from clear to slightly tinted like these ones. I don't have that. They might make one for this. I really didn't look. I just wanted a tinted lens. If I'm riding where there's overcast, I'll just put this one on. If I'm going out and riding in the daytime, I'll throw this one on. Sometimes I'll come back, stop at the house, switch this one out for the clear one if I'm going to be riding at night. And these switch out real easy on my helmet. If it doesn't switch out real easy, the transition lens might be the best for you. On mine, you just pull these little tabs and then this part pops out. Same with the other side, you just pull the tab, pops out. Real easy. And then in order to put the other one back in, you just basically do the opposite of what you did to take it off. And this just slides on and clicks in. And then same with this one, you just line up the little prongs, click it in, and you're good to go. So that easy, but a lifesaver, especially if you're riding facing the sun. It makes a huge difference. Also, people can't see you, so they don't know if you're staring at them or not. So that's cool too. So we're gonna leave the helmet here because the next accessory is also for the helmet. But on this side, this little guy here is the Cardo Packtalk. I have the slim version, and that just basically means it's smaller than the other one. It's a 2-piece, 2 small pieces instead of 1 big piece. And this is awesome. I would recommend this to anybody. If you're riding with a friend or without a friend, this is awesome. I listen to music. You can make calls, send texts, add reminders without having to pull your phone out. This little guy is awesome. They are a little expensive, but definitely worth the price. And you can get cheaper ones. This one just has nicer speakers in it. It allows you to talk to multiple people. So that's why I went with this one. And then if you and another person are buying these, you can typically get a better deal buying a 2-pack. So look for those. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend listening to music very loudly in these. It's almost like driving with headphones, so I would be careful turning it all the way up. That way you can still hear your surroundings. But it is nice, especially if you're going out with a ride with a friend. You can just ride right next to the friend and have conversations. Me and my buddy Story, we just go out and ride just like that's our hangout. We'll just talk and ride. So that's cool, fun thing to have. Also, there are like upgraded versions or certain versions that you can get that will detect crashes, and they will basically call medical personnel to, you know, save you. There's also apps and stuff that you can get for that as well. I use the Life 360 app. I have it connected with my girlfriend and with my family. So if anything happens when I'm on the bike, they'll know where I'm at. There's paid features on the app that you can get that detect crash and then warn the other people that are in your circle that you might have gotten in an accident. So that's a nice feature as well. So I'm gonna put the helmet away and show you the next one. So the next accessory is already on my bike. I don't know if I'd call this a safety accessory, but I enjoy having it, is a phone mount. I have the quad lock phone mount. Basically just mounts into the center of like your bars and fork area here. Super secure. I like the quad lock one because it matches the case to it, so it's like secure. It's not coming off unless you physically take it off. I don't like those rubber band ones. This one, you just put the phone in on an angle, turn it and click it in, and you're locked in. I like this because, one, I don't have to have my phone in my pocket, and sometimes when I'm riding for a while with my phone in my pocket, it like creates a little pool of sweat in my pocket, and that's kind of gross. So I put it here. I also sometimes use it for the GPS. I just like having the visual so I can look and see when my next turn is coming up. Before my car, I was like, hey, turn left. I wouldn't recommend that if you're easily distracted by like notifications and stuff like that. Another reason why I like having my phone out here is because when my phone rings, when somebody's calling me, it doesn't announce who's calling it in my headset, so I can see on my phone who's calling me. Then I can decide if I want to talk to them or not, instead of just answering and being like, hello, who is, you know. It's also nice to have. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend having one of these if you get easily distracted. You want to be as focused on the road and the cars around you and not focused on your cell phone in front of you. So this is nice because it's really hard to text and drive on one of these. So don't use this as your way to text and drive. That's very dangerous. But it's also nice because sometimes I can just tap to change my song or whatever. It's real easy to install, not super expensive. You can also get options with like this one that charge your phone wirelessly, and a handful of other things. Moving on to my last accessory of this. I have a bunch of other accessories that I'll show you, but we'll keep this video a little short. The last accessory that I have is also already on the bike, and that is my exhaust. I know it's not really an accessory because it is a part or an upgrade or a modification, but I wanted to put it in this group because it also is like a safety feature for me, because first got this bike, nobody could even hear me coming into my driveway, like driving from the front of my driveway into this garage. People couldn't hear me. So that tells me that cars on the road probably also couldn't hear me. So having this upgraded slip-on exhaust, that noise is definitely a lot louder than just like the stock exhaust that comes on the bike. So people are more likely to hear me when I'm driving by. So if somebody's pulling out in an intersection, they might not see me, but at least there'll be a better chance that they can hear me. So this exhaust is a Vinci Exhaust. I have an entire video on the unboxing, install, sound, so if you want to check that out, the link will be in the description below. It is a mean sounding exhaust, so even if you don't want to get one and you're curious what it sounds like, go check out that video. Also, the last accessory that I do not have that I would recommend or upgrade or modification is frame sliders. I don't have them because I've been reaching out to companies all last year just trying to see if somebody wanted to hook me up on some stuff. So I got the exhaust for free, I got the Radiator Guard for free, and I was working with a company on frame sliders, but that kind of fell through, and then it was winter, so I stopped worrying about it. But also frame sliders, especially if you're a beginner rider, you might drop your bike, and it costs a lot less for the frame sliders than it does to repair your kit on your bike. Saves you a headache, gives you a little peace of mind. Yeah, so that's another accessory that will keep your bike safe as well. Like I said, don't have them, so I don't really have any to recommend, but you know, you can find them. So those are my recommendations for accessories or parts that you should consider for your motorcycle, dirt bike, for really any of your recreational vehicles. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully you enjoyed this and this wasn't boring. I will do more motorcycle videos like this one if you're interested, so click that like button to tell me that you like videos like this. Comment any questions you have on any of this stuff, or comment any suggestions that you have for future videos. And yeah, if you like this kind of content, click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the future. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time.